Are you living in the USA and still think you've seen it all? Guess what? There are 63 national parks scattered across the country, each like a different world. From volcanoes that still breathe fire to caves so deep they haven't all been mapped, these places are America's wild playground. Stick around, because by the end, you'll have a bucket list that's going to last you a lifetime. All right, buckle up, because we're about to speed tour all 63 national parks. Think of it as the ultimate road trip across America. Ready? Let's roll. We kick things off in the east with Acadia in Maine, where granite cliffs meet the Atlantic and the sunrise paints Cadillac Mountain first in the nation. But if you're dreaming of something tropical, head far, far away to American Samoa, the only US park in the southern hemisphere, filled with coral reefs and lush rainforest. Now, shift gears to the Red Rock Playground of Utah. Arches boasts over 2,000 stone arches, while nearby Canyonlands feels like nature's grand cathedral carved by rivers. And if you want pure drama, Bright Canyon's hoodoos look like a fantasy movie set. Slide north to Badlands in South Dakota, a fossil-rich desert of striped buttes. Then all the way south to Big Bend, Texas, where desert meets the Rio Grande, and the stars shine brighter than anywhere else in the country. Need some ocean vibes? Biscayne in Florida puts you underwater among coral reefs near Miami, while inland, Black Canyon of the Gunnison in Colorado delivers sheer cliffs so narrow and dark they barely see sunlight. And because Utah never runs out of surprises, here comes Capitol Reef, a 100-mile wrinkle in the Earth's crust. Think of it as Mother Nature's stretch mark. Time to go underground. Carlsbad Caverns in New Mexico hides vast chambers and swarms of bats. Back above ground, hop a boat to California's Channel Islands, sometimes called the Galapagos of North America, for their rare wildlife. Swing east again to Congaree in South Carolina, home to the tallest trees in the east. Then out west to Crater Lake, Oregon, the deepest lake in America, formed from a collapsed volcano. And who said the Midwest is boring? Cuyahoga Valley in Ohio proves them wrong, with waterfalls, trails, and history packed between Cleveland and Akron. Now brace yourself. Death Valley, straddling California and Nevada, is both the hottest and the lowest place in North America. On the flip side, in Alaska, Denali towers sky high as the continent's tallest mountain. Back to Florida, because why not? Dry Tortugas is a fort in the middle of turquoise seas, reachable only by boat or seaplane. Then the Everglades, the river of grass, where gators and crocs rule the swamps. Want real wilderness? Gates of the Arctic in Alaska has no roads, no trails, just pure untamed land above the Arctic Circle. Then back to the city. Surprise Gateway Arch in Missouri is the smallest national park, but that 630-foot arch is an icon. From steel to ice, head up to Glacier in Montana for mountain valleys carved by ice, or even farther north to Glacier Bay in Alaska, where whales breach among tidewater glaciers. Grand Canyon needs no intro. 1 mile deep, timeless layers of rock. Close by, Grand Teton in Wyoming cuts a sharp skyline of rugged peaks. Great Basin in Nevada gives you ancient bristlecone pines and dark skies. Great Sand Dunes in Colorado offers the tallest dunes on the continent. And Great Smoky Mountains, straddling Tennessee and North Carolina, holds the crown as America's most visited park. Texas sneaks in again with Guadalupe Mountains, the state's highest point, built on a fossil reef. Now it's island time. Haleakala in Hawaii lets you watch the sunrise above the clouds, while Hawaii Volcanoes shows you lava still reshaping the land. On the mainland, Hot Springs in Arkansas blends history with healing waters. Indiana Dunes shows off sandy beaches on Lake Michigan. Isle Royale in Michigan is so remote you might see more moose than people. Joshua Tree in California, a desert crossroads where funky trees and giant boulders meet. And speaking of wild, Alaska strikes again with Katmai, famous for bears catching salmon at Brooks Falls, and Kenai Fjords, where glaciers tumble into the sea. Kings Canyon in California rivals Yosemite with its deep valleys and giant sequoias. Kobuk Valley in Alaska surprises everyone with Arctic sand dunes. And nearby Lake Clark is a wilderness of volcanoes, bears, and salmon runs. Lassen Volcanic in California. It's like a geology textbook, every type of volcano in one place. Then back east to Kentucky's Mammoth Cave, the world's longest known cave system. Mesa Verde in Colorado preserves ancient cliff dwellings. Mount Rainier in Washington rises over the Cascades with wildflower meadows at its base. And New River Gorge in West Virginia, the newest park, is famous for whitewater rafting and one of the world's longest steel arch bridges. If you're a fan of glaciers, North Cascades in Washington has more than 300 of them. Olympic nearby packs 3 worlds in one: mountains, rainforest, and coastline. Arizona gives us petrified forest, where stone logs sparkle in the painted desert, while Pinnacles in California is home to towering spires and rare condors. Redwood National Park takes you back to Jurassic-sized forests. Rocky Mountain in Colorado puts you above 12,000 feet with elk herds roaming free. Saguaro in Arizona offers sunsets framed by giant cacti. Sequoia National Park, home of the General Sherman tree, the largest living tree on Earth. Then Shenandoah in Virginia, where Skyline Drive winds along the Blue Ridge. Theodore Roosevelt National Park in North Dakota honors the president who started it all, with Badlands and bison. Virgin Islands National Park offers Caribbean beaches and coral bays. Voyageurs in Minnesota is a water-based park where the northern lights shine. White Sands in New Mexico is a surreal sea of gypsum dunes. Wind Cave in South Dakota has rare boxwork formations underground and prairie above. Wrangell St. Elias in Alaska. Bigger than 9 states, it's America's largest park. Finally, the legends. Yellowstone, the very first national park, with geysers, hot springs, and bison herds. Yosemite, with granite walls and world-class waterfalls. And Zion in Utah, where Angel's Landing and the Narrows test every hiker's courage. Which one is closest to you? Pick a weekend, pack water, layers, and leave no trace. Drop your top 3 in the comments. I will build your perfect 7-day route next. If you want this official park list and locations, check the link in description for a consolidated 63 national park list for a 2025 bucket list. And hey, don't forget to share this video with your friend, like and subscribe to the channel.